How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're reacting to AI, Humanity's Final Invention by In a Nutshell. Alright, so I usually do like Kurzgesagt and then a different video from a different channel and then Kurzgesagt back, but like sadly Science Month is ending and I had to try to shuffle all the Kurzgesagt videos that I missed like into one like coherent thing, you know, just in a row. So I do apologize. I wanted to react to Rational Animations, but in the same vein as Rational Animations, at least the ones that I've been reacting to, this video oddly enough is talking about AI. So I'm really excited to get this going because like in my own opinion, I think AI should be a tool rather than a substitution, if that makes any sense. You know, like we shouldn't just use it to substitute for artists and stuff like that, or like in my opinion workers and stuff like that we can substitute. But my own opinion, again, just my opinions going on, but like I feel like AI shouldn't just do art and all the fun stuff for us. I think it should do all the laboring work and stuff, you know? I think what we're doing now is completely backwards, but that's just how I think, and I'm pretty sure a vast majority of people, at least the creative side of it, you know? But like, I'm just really excited because it could go one of both ways, you know? It could talk about like, okay, well, we invented this thing that could do stuff for us, so like, in a way that is a positive, or we could do like the negative route where it's like, oh, we essentially just created our worst thing ever, you know? Like, kind of like Skynet from Terminator and stuff like that. So either way they go at it, I'm pretty sure they're going to touch every subject, but I'm very fascinated regardless. So without any further ado, here is AI, Humanity's Final Invention.
Humans rule Earth without competition. But
that's very true, I guess.
Something that may change that. Our last invention, the most powerful tool, weapon, or maybe even entity, artificial superintelligence.
Okay.
This
what do you put an image to it?
Fiction. So let's start at the beginning.
Remember that was a trend? It's already over.
Learn, reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems.
Is that just Star Wars? I know I saw medieval stuff, but that was Obi-Wan. And that's a Super Saiyan!
So much so that humanity broke the game of nature and took control. But the journey there
oh man, your wording in this is crazy.
For most animals, intelligence costs too much energy to be worth it. Still, if we track intelligence in the tree of species over time, we can see lots of diverse forms of intelligence emerge.
Oh, I love this already, man.
Were in flatworms 500 million years ago.
Hiya.
Just a tiny cluster of neurons to handle basic body functions. It took
I never
hundreds of
put
millions
that
of
into
years for
perspective
species to
before.
diversify and become more
That's
complex.
the bare minimum you need.
Conquered new environments, gained new senses, and had to contend with fierce competition over
evolution,
resources.
if you will.
But in nature, all that matters is survival, and brains
Tom
are
and Jerry.
expensive.
Let's
so
not
for
dive
almost
deep.
all animals, a narrow intelligence fit for a narrow range of tasks was enough.
And then
In some
humans, just freaking big
environments,
brain
animals
over
like
here.
birds, octopuses, and mammals
Hey, crows
evolved
do be
more
smart.
complex neural structures.
For birds,
them,
I guess.
It paid off to have more energy-consuming skills like advanced navigation and communication. Until 7 million years ago, the hominids.
Is this just 2001: A Space Odyssey?
We don't know why, but their brains grew faster than their relatives.
It is.
Something was different about their intelligence.
Let's go,
Very
man.
Slowly, it turned from narrow to general,
Ooh.
from a screwdriver to a multi-tool, able to think about diverse
Let's
problems.
go.
2 million years ago, Homo erectus saw the world differently from anyone before. As
Guess you
something
could
to be
pinpoint as
understood
soon
and
as we invented
transformed.
fire.
They controlled fire, invented
Hey.
tools, and created the first culture. We probably emerged from them around 250,000 years ago with an even larger and more complex brain.
There's the meaty brain.
It enabled us to work together in large groups and to communicate complex
Oh, I
thoughts.
feel bad for the mammoth,
We
though.
used our intelligence to improve our lives, to ask how things worked, and why things are the way they are.
That's what
With
I'm
each
all about, man. Just
discovery,
ask
we asked
questions.
more questions and pushed forward, preserving what we learned,
that Leonardo da Vinci, by the way?
evolution could do with genes. Knowledge
And the Wright
builds
brothers,
on
I guess.
knowledge.
Oh,
Progress
kind of
was
escalated.
slow at first, and then sped up exponentially. Agriculture, writing,
Yeah.
medicine, astronomy,
As
or
soon as
philosophy
technology comes,
exploded into
back
the
down.
wild. 200 years ago, science took off and made us even better at learning about the world and speeding up progress. 35 years ago, the internet age began. Today, we live in a
put that
world
into
made to suit
perspective,
our
man.
needs,
It's
created
only been
by
35
us,
years ago.
For us. This is incredibly new. We
Yeah.
forget how hard it was
The
to get here,
understatement.
how enormous the steps
And
on
how
the intelligence
fast,
ladder
though.
were, and how long it took to climb them. But once we did, we became the most powerful animal in the world in a heartbeat. But we may be
Again,
in
an
the process of
understatement.
changing this. we're building machines that could be better at the very thing that gave
Finally
us the
going to
power to conquer the
AI.
planet.
I hate the way you
Humanity's
made it.
final invention.
I mean, it does look cool to watch, though.
Artificial intelligence.
Is that a Matrix reference?
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is software that performs mental tasks with a computer. Code that uses silicon instead
I don't
of
think
neurons to
what
solve
we have
problems.
is actually artificial
In the beginning,
intelligence.
AI was very simple. Lines of code on paper, mere proofs of concept to demonstrate how machines
too
can
evolves.
perform mental tasks. Only in the 1960s
didn't even see that.
did we start seeing the first examples of what we would recognize as AI.
A chatbot?
A chatbot in 1964.
Hey, I was right.
A program to sort through molecules in 1965. Slow, specialized systems requiring experts to use them. Their
I hate it when things
intelligence
do
was
stuff on their
extremely
own,
narrow,
though. It's kind of
built for a single
trippy.
task inside a controlled environment. The equivalent of flatworms 500 million years ago
Okay.
doing the minimum amount
I may
of
not
mental
do
work. Progress in AI research paused several times when researchers lost hope in the technology. But just like changing environments create new niches for life, the world around AI changed.
I was gonna say that looked like a
Between
motherboard.
1950 and 2000, computers got 1 billion times faster,
Oh,
while programming
yeah.
became easier and widespread. In 1972,
Thought that said MF
AI
flops.
could navigate a room. In 1989, it could read handwritten numbers. But it remained a fancy tool, no match for humans. Until in 1997,
Funny that you
AI
used
shocked
tool.
the
I said
world
that in the
by
intro.
beating the world champion in chess.
Yeah, it
Proving
did.
that we could build machines
That's
that could
scary
surpass
if you
us,
think about it,
but
man.
we calmed ourselves because a chessbot is quite stupid. Not a flatworm, but maybe a bee, only able to perform a specialized narrow task. But within
I think
this
that's how I
narrow
should
task,
say, though.
It's so good that no human will ever again beat AI at chess. As computers continue
made our
to
greatest
improve,
enemy.
AI
In
became
chess,
a
at least.
powerful tool for more and
Hopefully
more
nothing
tasks.
else.
In 2004, it drove a robot on Mars. In 2011, it began
That was
recommending
2004? I
YouTube
remember
videos
that,
to
dude.
you. But this was only possible because
Not
humans
at all.
broke down problems into easy-to-digest chunks that computers could solve quickly. Until we taught AIs to teach themselves.
Yeah, that's when everything went
Rise of
haywire.
the self-learning machines. This is not a
Oh.
technical video, so we're massively oversimplifying here.
Let's go. Take it with a grain of salt.
The sheer power of supercomputers was combined with the almost endless data collected in the information age to make a new generation of AI. AI experts began drastically improving forms of AI software called neural networks, enormously huge
Cat.
networks of artificial neurons that start out being bad at their tasks. They then used machine learning, which is an
Slow
umbrella term
blink.
for many different training techniques and environments that allows algorithms
Me watching a
to write
Kurzgesagt
their own
video?
code
Oh my
and
god, never
improve
mind.
themselves.
Whoa.
The scary thing is that we don't exactly know how
I think
they
it's
do it and what
alienoid.
happens
That's what gets me,
inside them.
man. I do not
Just
like that
it
illustration.
works, and
It
that
creeps
what
me
comes
out.
out the other end is a new type of AI, a capable black box of code. These new AIs could master complex skills extremely quickly with much less human help. They were still narrow intelligences, but a huge step up. In
Okay.
2014, Facebook AI
Like I was saying, it's not
identified
actually
faces with
artificial
97%
intelligence.
accuracy.
Not yet.
In 2016, an AI beat the best humans in the incredibly complex game of Go. In
What? I never even
2018,
heard of that.
A self-learning AI learned chess in 4 hours just by
I'm
playing
sorry?
against itself.
I don't even
and
know how
then
to play chess,
defeated
my
the
man.
best specialized
I know Kung Fu.
chessbot. Since then, machine learning has been applied to reading, image processing, solving tests, and much more. Many of these AIs are already better than humans for whatever narrow task they were trained, but they still
But not
remained a simple
everything.
tool. AI still didn't seem that big of a deal for most people. And
Everything
then
changed
came
from the Fire
chatbot
Nation attack.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, there's the
The
Fire
work
Nation
that
I'm
went
talking
into it
about.
is massive. It trained on nearly everything written on the internet to learn how to handle
but all the freaking
language,
data it
which
needs,
now
man,
does
it's just
better
a
than most people.
sponge, essentially.
It can summarize, translate, and help with some maths problems.
See, if you use it as a tool, it's
incredibly
amazing.
more broad than any other system just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Not crushing any single benchmark, but all of them at once. Many
I'll stick
large
to
tech
Siri, thank
companies
you.
are spending billions to build powerful competitors.
Yeah, the Pac-Man
AI
reference.
is already transforming customer service, banking, healthcare, marketing, copywriting, creative spaces, and more. AI-generated content has already taken
Yeah,
hold
but
of
we
social
need
media,
humans to check
YouTube,
on
and
it.
news websites. Elections are expected to be inundated by
Develop the
propaganda
moon.
and misinformation. No one is sure how much good or harm can come from adopting AI everywhere.
That's
Change
very
is
true.
scary. There will be winners and losers.
Yeah,
One of the
I hate
biggest
change, in the words of
questions
Stewie
governments and
Griffin.
corporations have now is how to manage the transition to an AI-boosted economy.
Like I said at the
All these
very
potential
beginning, use it
gains
as
or
a
risks
tool,
are
but
just
end
the
it there,
result
you know?
of today's
Don't let
AI.
it do everything for you.
ChatGPT's intelligence is a major step up.
I really hate
but it
your
remains
eyeballs.
narrow.
Thank you.
While it can write a great essay in seconds, it doesn't understand what it's writing. But what if the AI
I guess that's fair, I never thought of that.
narrow? General AI.
Oh.
What makes humans different from current AI is our general intelligence. Humans can technically absorb any piece of knowledge and start working on any
Yeah, I
problem.
can.
We're great at many very different skills and tasks, from playing chess to writing or solving science puzzles.
Hey.
Not equally, of course.
Superman!
Some of us are experts in some fields and beginners in others, but we can technically do all of them. In the
We
past,
technically, I like
AI
that.
was
That
narrow and able to become good at one skill, but was rather bad in all the others. Simply by building
go ahead,
faster
show me a
computers
traffic stop.
and pouring more money into AI training will get us new, more powerful generations
God,
of
I
AI.
don't want that,
But
man.
what if the next step for AI is to become a general intelligence like us, an AGI?
Maybe don't.
If the AI improvement process
AGI, by the way,
continues
that's
as
what
it
I was
has been,
thinking artificial
it's not
intelligence
unlikely
was.
that AGI could be better in most or even all skills that humans can do. We don't know how to build AGI, how
Good.
it will work, or what it will be able to do.
Do not start.
Since narrow AIs today
Who am I
are
kidding? They already
capable of
are, man.
mastering one mental task quickly,
Don't look at
AGI
me.
might be able to do the same with all mental tasks. So even if it
Simultaneously,
starts
though?
out stupid, an AGI might be able to become as smart and capable as a human. While this sounds like science fiction, most AI researchers think this will happen sometime
You're not
this
helping my
century,
paranoia,
maybe
man.
already in a few years. Humanity is not ready for what will happen next.
No.
Not socially, not economically, not morally. Earlier, we
Morally is
defined
a big
intelligence
question,
as the
or
ability to
yes.
learn, reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems. All things humans excel at. An AGI is intelligent.
Hopefully
as
that's here
even
to
an
stay,
average
man.
human would already disrupt modern civilization because they're not bound by the same limitations as we are.
That's true.
Today's AIs like ChatGPT already think and solve the tasks they were made for at least 10 times faster than even very
10?
skilled humans.
didn't know it was that
AGI will be
impressive.
slower, but it may also
that talking
be
about, like, the
faster,
scientific
maybe
minds
much
and stuff?
faster. And since AGIs are
Oh,
software,
no.
you could copy them endlessly as long as you have enough storage and run them in parallel.
Now just
There
replace
are 8
those with like the
million
Terminator
scientists
skulls.
in the world.
Freaking
Now imagine an
Skynet, man.
AGI copied 1 million times and put to work.
Oh.
Imagine 1 million scientists working 24/7, thinking 10 times faster than humans.
I'm sorry, but I'm
without
not taking
being
this as a
distracted,
positive at
only
all, man.
focused on the task they've been given.
Especially the
What if
illustrations.
suddenly, AGI could do all intelligence-based jobs in the world, from interpreting law to
Well, then
coding
we'd
to
be
creating
screwed,
animated
man.
YouTube videos, better,
It's like the
faster,
King and the Golem.
much cheaper than humans. Would whoever controls this AGI suddenly own the economy?
Yeah.
And thinking bigger, human progress.
how do we
is
know
our
what- it's like the
intelligence
Golem thing all
applied to
over again.
problems. So what could
What if
a
it's doing
million
it for its own
AGIs
intentions?
achieve? Solve fundamental questions of science, like dark energy. Invent new technology that gives us limitless energy. Fix climate change.
Yeah, but how do we
cure
trust
aging
it,
and
man?
cancer. But then again,
sound like the king,
sadly,
I know,
humans
but-
apply their intelligence not just for the benefit of all.
That's true.
What if the AGIs
Humans
are
aren't
tasked to guide
snazzy either.
drones or pull the triggers in war? Or to
Oh.
engineer a virus that only kills people with green eyes? Or to create the most profitable
Oh,
social
thanks, you're adding
media
more stuff in my
so
brain to worry
addictive that
about.
people starve in front of their screens. The creation of AGI could reasonably be as big of an event as taming fire or electricity, and give whoever invents it equally as much
I
power.
love that.
But now
Freaking
let's
scale.
go one step further. What if the potential of AGI
How do we go further than
doesn't
that?
stop here?
I'm sorry.
Intelligence explosion. Intelligence and
Yeah, but you
knowledge
get
build
worse
and accelerate
or
each other,
better if
but
you're
humans
talking to somebody
are
else.
limited by biology and evolution. Once we evolved the right
That was the
hardware,
Super Saiyan
our
again.
software outpaced evolution by orders of magnitudes, and within a heartbeat, we ruled this planet.
Sure.
But our software
Like I said, it didn't take
basically
no
hasn't changed
time.
much since then, which is why we have obesity and
This
destroy
is
the
fine.
climate for short-term gains.
Now I see why they
Since
didn't do it in the other
AGI
video.
is software on a computer, once it's smart enough to do AI research, the rate of AI progress should speed
AI
up
just
a
teaching
lot,
AI itself
and
to
that
do AI
results in
things.
Better AI that's better at AI research without much human involvement. It may even be
I was ahead of
possible
you
that
this
AI
time.
could learn how to directly improve itself, in which case some experts fear this feedback loop could be incredibly fast. Maybe just months or years after
they're
the first
kind of doing it now, and you get like
AGI
really
is switched
wonky
on.
images.
Maybe it would actually take decades. We simply don't know. This is all speculative. But
Oh
such an
man.
intelligence explosion might
Now
lead
this
to a
time the
true
unknowingness makes me
superintelligent
weary.
entity. We don't know what
Usually
such a
all
being
about
would
it.
look like, what its motives or goals would be, what would go on in its inner world.
It's turning red. Red's bad.
We could be as laughably stupid to superintelligence as squirrels are to us,
Yeah.
unable to even comprehend its way of thinking. This
We're playing
hypothetical
4D chess
scenario
while we're playing
keeps
freaking
many people
Leapfrog.
up at night. Humanity is the only example we have of an animal becoming smarter than all others, and we have not been kind to what we perceive as less intelligent beings.
Yeah, freaking apex predators. We just
AGI
kill stuff
might
for
be the
fun.
last invention of humanity. It's possible that it could become the most intelligent and therefore most powerful being on Earth.
Fun.
A god in a box that could exercise its power to bring
Do not worship that
unimaginable
thing,
wealth
though.
and happiness to humans
Oh,
while
man.
securing our future. Or it could subvert civilization.
There
and
it
bring
is.
about our end, with humanity
More
unable to
Matrixy
come
than
up with a way to
Skynet,
stop
but
it.
same thing.
We'll look at some of these potential futures in more videos, but for now, let's wrap up. The only thing
Don't
we
leave
know
me
for
with these
sure
thoughts,
is that
please.
Today, right now, many of the largest and richest companies in the world are racing to create ever more powerful AIs.
And I think it's
Whatever our
stupid.
future is, we are running towards it.
Oh man.
Who knows how
Solid
long we have
final
until
thoughts,
we must
man.
confront our AI future. Luckily, you still have plenty of time to prepare for it.
Brilliant? I'm gonna
If
guess
you're
Brilliant.
running on
Let's go.
Brilliant, that is. Brilliant will make you a better
Try to
thinker
guess their
and
sponsors
problem
now.
solver in
Seen
just
enough of 'em.
minutes a day, with thousands of
Going back to the topic at
hands-on
hand, though,
lessons
man,
on
that's
just
scary
about
shit.
anything
Like,
you may be
no
curious
joke.
about, including AI. Their latest course, How LLMs Work,
Hey.
takes you under the hood of real language models. It demystifies technologies like ChatGPT with interactive lessons on everything from how models build vocabulary to how they choose their next word. You'll learn
Oh,
how
that's
to tune
bizarre.
LLMs to produce
Learn like an
output
AI.
with exactly your desired
Hawk.
tonality, whether it's
The Herald
poetry
Angel
or a cover
sings.
letter. And you'll
Salutations,
understand why
good fella.
training is really everything by comparing models trained on Taylor Swift lyrics and the
I'm
legal
sorry?
speech of big tech's terms and conditions. It's an immersive AI
I think Tay-Tay
workshop,
been
allowing
freaking
you to
poisoning
experience and
teens'
harness
brains.
the mechanics of today's most advanced tool. We've also partnered with Brilliant to create a series of lessons to take your scientific knowledge to the
Said it
next
in the
level.
last one, man. It's
These
like
lessons let you
when
further
one thing I
explore
love and
topics in
another
our
thing I love
recommended
coexist
videos,
together.
from
It's freaking
rays and
beautiful.
mammalian metabolism to climate science and supernovae. Each lesson on Brilliant is interactive, like a one-on-one
And it's in every
version of
screen.
a Kurzgesagt video. And you can get started whenever, wherever, right from whatever device you'd like. To get hands-on with Kurzgesagt lessons and explore everything Brilliant has to offer, from AI
Omega.
and programming to maths,
Pretty
science,
dark
and
side up in
beyond,
here.
start your free 30-day trial by signing up at brilliant.org/nutshell. There's even an extra perk for Kurzgesagt viewers.
Is it 20?
Anyone signing up through our link will get 20%
I've seen these ads, I don't know
off
how
an
many
annual
times now.
membership once their trial ends.
Oh, I was a little late. Alright, man, so it pretty much touched up on everything I was worried about at the very beginning, but then they also somehow added, like, more stuff for me to worry about, which is, like, kinda, it's the different side of the same coin, you know? Like, I'm always, like, fascinated with the unknowingness and stuff like that. That's the reason why I love science, but, like, for some reason, man, well, some reason, like, it's completely different for AI. Like, instead of, like, positivity and me, like, oh, cool, like, pondering and stuff, it's, like, me pondering about the negatives, because, like, in all honesty, I can't help but, like, focus on nothing but negative when it comes to AI, dude. Like, you know, like, in my opinion, like, we shouldn't, like I said at the very beginning, like, we should just use it as a tool, like, the majority of the time, pretty much every single time we use AI, but sadly, like, that's not becoming the case, man. Like he said in the video, like, these major companies, the ones that, like, have the money to pump into all this stuff, like, they're racing with each other, like, trying to find the best AIs, the best versions and stuff like that, and, like, that's gonna end in disaster, man. That's gonna be, like, terrible for us, because, like he said, like, if AI starts teaching AI how to do things correctly, like, right now it's kind of wonky, but, like, if it starts doing it correctly, man, there is no hope for us at at all. Like, even our most powerful scientific minds, like, working together to try to stop it, like, I feel like that would be too late at that point, you know? It's kind of like I was saying during the video, like, the king and the iron golem, like, it's just, you can't tell, like, if its intentions are trying to help us or if it's helping itself. And like he said in the video, man, like, it could just, like, make something to where, like, a virus that kills people with green eyes, like, that's freaking ridiculous, man. That, like, makes me worry so bad. So, like, I really hope these companies, like, wake up, which freaking in their past, you know, I doubt it, because, like, everything they've been doing has been, like, nothing but, like, oh, corporate greed and stuff like that. Like, they want, like, the next best thing the fastest, and, like, we have to regulate this kind of stuff, man. Like, it is scary, like, just letting it go, you know, like, talking about AI, like, letting AI go wild and just run rampant, like, that's how you get Skynet. Like, I know I joked about that in the video and during my intro and stuff like that, but it is a possibility, in my opinion, like, that. And then once we get there, man, it's way too late. So I'm gonna stop babbling at this point, man, but this stuff scares me, like, it really does, and it should scare, like, a lot of y'all guys too, like, unless you, like, do your own research and stuff. I just know, like, the bare minimum of AI, you know, like, I just use it to, like, play around with, like, pictures and stuff, get ideas, inspirations whenever I draw and stuff, and, like, chat with it from here and there. But, like, actually using it as a substitute, like, keep going back to that, like, I think that's a bad thing, man. You shouldn't be doing that. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. You guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later, dudes.